And Chairman, can I ask for the nomination of the Chairman Pro Tem, please?
Nominate Councillor Lawton.
Second that.
Item 1 is apologies.
Councillors Killeen, McGough, Parkin, Taylor and Dean Thompson.
Thank you. Have we got any declarations of interest?
Item 5.
Have you received any public questions?
None received, Chair.
Thank you. Item 4 is the Heritage Weekend. Members are requested to consider the report of the facilities manager.
Through you, Chair, the purpose of the report is to request committee approval for the Town Hall to participate in the annual Heritage Open Days for 2016. As in previous years, the Town Hall's Art Gallery and Mining Museum have both participated in the Heritage Open Days, and members are recommended to agree to the proposal as outlined in section 3 of the report.
Move the recommendations.
Councillor Madison?
Yes, Chair, can I just ask if there are any costs included in these particular events?
Through you, Chair, there's no costs associated to them. It's all done in
That is my question. I was going to ask, does the word supported mean financial? Just like the answer.
Okay. Do you all agree with that?
Agree.
Thank you. Item 5 is the maintenance contract tender evaluation. Again, a report from the facilities manager.
Through you, Chair, the purpose of the report is to provide the committee with the results of the tender evaluation for a principal contractor for the repairs and maintenance of the town council buildings, and to obtain council approval to award the contract in line with the tendering process. There's quite a bit of documentation there for members to digest and consider, and the recommendations are that the committee select Company 1 as their preferred partner to provide the maintenance work, and the standing orders are there to allow the award to be made to allow the work to commence as soon as possible.
Thank you, Chairman. Whether you accept the recommendation that we go with Company 1, I'll just ask for some assurance from the facilities manager. Given the 1 point difference in the quality score as opposed to the almost 3 point difference in the cost score, are we satisfied that we're still achieving a good level of quality? Sacrifice the value for money, we have to that balances out with.
Through you, Chair, in terms of the quality submissions, the quality submissions from Company 1, 2 and 3 were all of an exceptional high standard, and the standard that we would expect from organisations at that level. So it was just a slight improvement in different documentation that was put forward and nothing more. There was only Company 4 who basically brought in and said that they had a quality, they worked in a quality way, but there was no documentation to support that.
Another recommendation, Chairman.
Second that.
Thank you. Councillor Duff.
Chair, I just wanted to say that I read the tender evaluation and I still have reservations about the initial contract. So I'll never get away from that. But I've spoken to Mr. Ranson over the last few days and he's explained the process very well. I'm quite happy with the way it's gone, apart from maybe something that my colleague might mention. But for the interested members, what Mr. Ranson did mention, I asked what was the financial difference between number 1, number 2 and number 3. And the difference between number 1 and number 2 was only £500 per 100,000. The difference between 1 and 3 was £15,000 per 100,000. So I think the evaluations from that perspective were very well. Mr. Ranson for the help that he's given us over the last couple of days.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yes, Councillor.
Yeah, after listening to Councillor Gallagher, my point goes a bit further. If you look at the cost and quality marks, you've got Company 1 scoring 90, Company 2 is at 88.83. So as Councillor Gallagher said, it's a difference of 1.17. So they've used a score criteria on cost and quality. But why have 87, we told that Company 1 has a parent PLC and they only score 68. So to me, I don't understand the logic. You want to score, mark criteria for cost and quality, then we totally seem to ignore the credit check. I don't see the logic to it.
Through your chair, the advice that we got was from the credit check point of view. It was critical that the company had to be financially viable to enable them to trade and undertake the work. And there was only one company out of the four who we felt weren't or were a slight risk, and companies 1, 2 and 3, on the advice of the financial accountant, he was more than satisfied with all three. I do take your point from a scoring perspective. It wasn't considered, but on the advice that we were given, it may have skewed the award to the point that we were awarding a company who weren't giving us the best price or the best quality.
No, forgive me, if there had been more than 1.17 score difference on cost and quality, I wouldn't even be raising this question. I think because it's so close on the key criteria, how can you ignore 3 times the credit score for a company that we're not giving the job to?
But the company that we're proposing to award the contract to is financially sound, and the financial advice that we're getting is that they're more than capable and more than suitable to be a partner for the council.
Yes, Councillor.
Given that as we've been told previously, the contract for the person who's successful with the tender is between them and the town council, can I have some assurance that all of the various topics will be cost-centred and reported to council on a regular basis?
Through Chair, I think we previously agreed that there would be a report coming back to this council on a regular basis detailing the works and the costs associated with that works.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Howard, agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you. Item 6 is Phase 3 War Memorial. Members again requested to consider the further correspondence received on the 25th of February 2016 from Historic England.
Thank you, Chairman. The last time this came up, we expressed our support for the Historic England whatever this work, so just like to move received on this latest information.
Thank you. Agreed. Thank you. Again, item 7, St John's Church, Burrington. Members are requested to note the thank you card from Mary Kell, Church Warden.
Move received,
Thank you.
Chair.
And again, item 8 is Town Hall hire, and again, we are requested to note the thank you card from Fiona. I'm sorry, but I don't know how to pronounce that. Coyer.
Move received.
I would have put Italian or something like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for meeting today.
Members, colleagues and members of the public, to let know the meeting, Item 1, apologies.
As before, Councillors Killeen, McGough, Parkin, Taylor and Dayton.
Item 2, declaration of interest.
None received, Chair.
Thank you. Item 3, public questions.
None received.
Thank you. Item 4, Spennymoor Gala and the fireworks display. This is an annual request, obviously coming from Culling's Amusements for the gala, and obviously this year for the fireworks display on the 5th of November. As I said, this is not a return and granted, so members, okay with that? Great, very much.
Item 5 is Fire Green Community Event. I believe this is to a reincarnation of the carnival, I believe. If I understand it.
Yeah, I'd just like to say I support it and I'd like to vote it, pending any discussion. But I would like to ask if we could wait some moments. We are a little bit up against the timeline, and any time we could save would be appreciated.
Chairman, I'm going to second that from Councillor Johnson. This was always a very well-run event. I know the Councillor Waters was very heavily involved in the organisation of it. And we're very pleased to see that the event returned to Fire Spring. Right to the second of all. Members all in favour of that, standing orders as well?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Item 6, Spennymoor Gale Committee. Once again, this is an annual letter of request that's all submitted to us, and as I said, now we just return that as usual. Any problems with this? Great, Chair. Yeah. Thank you very much. Item 7 is the temporary garden of remembrance, with a letter obviously from the Drumhead service for copies and say a temporary garden of remembrance. I think it's a very, very nice thing to do. I don't want any comments from the members, but from the chair, I just like to say thank you, Chair. Thank you very much. Item 8 is the party in the park, then a report from Spennymoor.
Through you, Chair, the purpose of the report is to request committee's approval of all the parking in the park in 2016. In 2015, the council held the first parking in the park in partnership with Star Regional and Stanley Events. It was a huge success. And the proposal is that the council agreed to hold the parking in the park in 2016 with the date to be confirmed. And obviously quotations are obtained in line with the financial regulations for the council in the following areas. The members are recommended to agree with the proposals as outlined and for a date to be proposed and come back to this committee.
Thank you, Chair. I move the recommendations of the report on the basis that we also accept the recommendations of the party in the park, town show, urban party as and when we become available to the council.
Mr. Chair, I trust that the recommendations of the committee also does include improved lighting for some of the amusements. I did mention this at the event. It was successfully organised, and the participants who helped to be commended for the work that they did.
Chair, I don't hear about being the debrief of it.
Yes,
Chair, I'd just like to say, last time we voted against the parking in the park because we were concerned about the alcohol in the park, which throughout the rest of the year we discouraged. We still have that concern. However, the organisation for security was such that everything passed off without incident. So providing that security is at least at the level it was last year, we will support the event.
Any more comments? We've got to take on both the comments and the motion of the Agree. Thank you very much. That completes your recreation committee meeting. Please do not move to the other meeting after this. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Alan, we need to exclude. We've got apologies.
Killeen, McGough, Parkin, Taylor, Dixon.
Any declaration of interest?
Chair, could I just remind regarding the declaration of interest that council now have declared interested in this particular subject before it has left the meeting. Is that particularly what it's
Thank you.